Fantastic. This was on Facebook, and the been banned for, or put a block's been put on me from going live for speaking too fast or going too fast was actually what they said, going too fast. So anyway, come over onto YouTube. You know, maybe I am giving this information away too fast, but time is getting a bit short, shall we say, and that's the ball's just getting closer and closer to its end point at the moment. So anyway, I do have a talk for you today on obesity, judgmental behavior, and the world over consuming. The apocalypse and the rapture has already happened. Look, I'll start by saying that I was in Al Jazeera in 2012, right? And since this time period, so over the last 12 years, we've had this issue of people over-consuming too much. And it seems as though this overconsumption has led to a disease called obesity, right? It's really closely linked to, the gluttony, isn't it? You know what I mean? And it's like an addiction that the world has, that they have to keep consuming. And we need to look at this because, on the same hand, they're saying that lots of, food sources and that are stark, right? And this is why we need to stock more of this stuff, right? This whole thing is a massive marketing strategy, okay? And Al Jazeera reported in 2012 that more people were dying from obesity-related cause diseases than they were with malnutrition, okay? And meaning that greed and gluttony, okay, has overtaken malnutrition. I just want to explain something very critical in this situation here. While we have this going on, okay, people are wasting food. If the economy that eats the most are also wasting approximately a third of that that surplus as well. So not only do they consume 7 times more, okay, than the people in poverty and who are in malnutrition, the Western civilization, okay, and its mindset consumes 7 times more than this population. And out of that 7 times more that they consume, they waste, directly waste, okay, just do not use 1/3 of that. And so when we talk about the Western civilization, guys, this might get hard, right, to accept. But this is what we're talking about, is us as a human species. And then we judge others critically, won't we? On top of this, okay, that you guys have the answers. That, the answer is to knuckle down and put your head down and your ass up so you can afford this lifestyle. Okay? But it's not necessary in the places where there's malnutrition, okay? This sort of work, competitive, judgmental, egotistical, running up a pyramid scheme system on a ticket given to you by the devil. I mean, so I am talking about us. I'm talking about the human civilization. This is what we've created. Okay, and we can realize this with these sorts of statistics, okay? And this is these sort of exercises, I'm talking about this, should be world news all around the place, okay? Because we have to look inwardly here as a human population, firstly, okay? And so what we're recommending people do as the first point of call is that if this is sort of information okay, if it does sink into you, that you might, if you do look inwardly and see, hang on a second, maybe I am flawed, because I'm a very flawed human being, okay? I was one of the most flawed individuals to be walking around this town. And so, like, I'm no angel, right? But for some reason, I have gone through a certain pathway. I've spent 7 years dropping my judgmental behavior and looking at this situation critically in the mind, I would step away from the reality of it, okay, and being a participant in it, in the matrix, okay. I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to be able to step out of it, okay, and that was by force, by going to prison. But this makes a person look. I've just got a massive amount of experience, wisdom, and knowledge on this, and ever since I've come out of prison, actually, I've been able to continue in that mindset, okay. And now, so because I have been able to see this situation firsthand, okay, and look at it from a very subjective point of view, okay, I can tell you that the show is you're all on camera at the moment, okay. All your actions every day, okay, are getting photographed, okay, put into logbooks, okay, stored on your phone, okay. So we know this information now, okay. There's no denying or hiding the fact or the truth surrounding what I'm saying. That the Western mindset, okay, is being defeated by the entity also known as the devil, okay? Now, the devil works in conjunction with the Christ, okay? And they've been suppressing the Christ image, and which is metaphorically the image for good and light, okay? And pureness, right? Whereas one also creates the darkness, okay? But these two coexist together in the same space and time, okay? It's just one's your shadow, okay, that walks around with you all the time, all right? Now, when I explain to you all that the cameras are rolling 24/7 on you all now, okay? We're listening through all your devices. But I can tell you something else. There's people on this earth today that feel this in our atmosphere, okay? And so we're here to tell you that it's this sort of judgmental, critical behavior of others, okay? Thinking you're a high mate and you know all the answers. You do not, okay? We feel it. I have gone through this process for over 14 years now, okay? And over the last 3 years, okay, I've been looking very critically at this situation. And I can guarantee you, you are being watched by the watchers. And they have the technology now, like Batman had, right? In the Batman Returns, when he like turns on all those fucking military grade weapons, right? Of like some frequency thing that just tracks everyone. Okay. Welcome to the big show. We're all on 24/7. So now that you know that every single one of your actions are being recorded, being watched, I urge you to heed the instructions that are going to follow. The government has already been defeated, okay, in this. And they are what they're doing is they're accepting defeat. But when we talk about the government, we can only talk about it in terms of it being a corporate entity, because It has no feelings. It has no emotions, okay? So we do not fight against men and women. We fight against the principalities and the powers on this world. So a strange thing happens when I talk in this manner, okay? It won't matter who I'm talking to. They all start wanting to distance themselves from me because it's forcing them to accept the only one true light and having them to look inwardly. This is a process that the whole world is going to be going through. And you know, it's okay. This is the birthing pains, isn't that? No. Okay, this is the start of the constructions, and we're going to be going into labor, and we're going to be going into a world where we can try to just remain a little bit more equal. So to achieve this equality, we have to accept where our inequality is coming from. This has now been documented, just the same as you have been documented. Okay? And it has been found to be defunct. It has been allowed to be defunct by us, though, as human beings. Okay? So, really, this is one of the most important revelations, because these are those times that you will come across. So, in terms of this, and just as true as the light comes down, right? The system is collapsing. But I urge everybody to think in a positive manner about this, because what that means is that the system is just still operating, okay? But it's going through a transformative process. This transformative process will be helped by all humans to firstly accept the fact that our rulers and our leaders have become corporate in nature. Therefore, they have no rights under us. When we all can accept this fact, civilization can move forward. We will not be hypnotized anymore, okay, into a polarized state of working 24/7 to consume 7 times more than those in malnutrition. Everything can go as normal, except we insert certain individuals who've been placed in this situation next to governments to make decisions, to be spokespersons for them. So everything goes as usual, guys. And this is a wonderful thing. This means that we can, as a human population, declare peace, okay, and put away our weapons, because this process as well takes up 50% of our general economy. So with this 50%, which is on top of the 7 times consumption of those in malnutrition, this is opulence and greed. Those who continue to support this system in its current form will be able to see the light of this situation as being the truth. Because as soon as we stop these general type of atrocities and murders, wars still going on, guys. We're going to talk about this soon. you will feel the positive frequency in the air, and you'll know when you have more time, when you will have less addictions, because you will have been able to accept the fact that you're a human being on this earth who is now in a simulation that is very real. You're being watched 24/7 a day. You've been warned that the Western mindset that you have is ruining this world. So to allow it to continue in this manner is to be for a system that's dying. It must. And so we just have to accept that it is dying, and we now can go move into a more truthful way of life where we can have more time with our family, loved ones, and friends, because we're not enslaved to this system. At the moment, our governments have seen this collapse coming, and the elites of this world who have caused this problem with the devil himself know who they are and have seen their future. Those behind these governments, the governors and the elites, they have been moving food underground in the tunnel system, documented as well through invoices on their own system. Actually, is what's going to take this is their very evidence, guys, of their corruption and the criminality. Now, when we talk about criminality, I'm only talking about criminality in those terms. You see, I've told many people before, but you did not listen. We are in the times of tribulation. And so that means the apocalypse has already happened. And so the seals that were first mentioned have declared famine, war, and pestilence. Have we not been through 3 years of pestilence? I see reports today of COVID still in the middle of summer in Australia, when people were generally at their healthiest. These people have lost and left us here. They're already hiding, guys. So what do we do as a civilization is we remain calm. There's so many people on this earth that have suffered through the hands of this evil. And today we give thanks to the elders past and present, who regarded this particular land, Australia, as the promised land. For generations and generations, these people have just held on. And we thank them for holding stories and making their songline strong. We thank them for caring and talking and having a relationship with the water and the breath and the air and the birds. Australia is currently the most densely populated country on earth. Because the people who lived here were kept away from the Western mindset's corruption. that you have brought, and the evil washed over them. So we thank this population today with all the bottom of our hearts, with the non-judgmental behavior. Okay? But it's only through this suffering of this people in this land that we are able to see our flaws, and we're able to look ourselves in the mirror. And we choose a better way. For we no longer choose the way of this evil system. In this jurisdiction, my name is Kahraman. Means Goanna Man. I have a story that protects this land. I have a story that protects it to the very end, for I've wedded. And therefore, within this particular Noongar boundary, of which Kahraman has a story, there's no governmental building which I have not already defeated. And so in this method I've been burnt and baptized in the fire of its corruption. And I've came to find it and wanting now, because I've successfully cut down already every tier of this government organization. I'm currently known as a field marshal. If you don't know what that is, you should look it up. The governor, whom I kicked out of office long before his non-standing. That means I'm 5-star rank. And that is my role as Cardamom. This is non-negotiable. Us Goannas have thick armour. And so, from this Noongar landscape, we see Akwang Nanginingwang. And we send our call from this spirit of this songline out to the other territories and the people holding lands in which they have for thousands of years. And we pay our respects to their elders and elders. And those who are holding space, being strong in this space, talking to the animals, working the land naturally, as it once was, and again as it once shall be. It is. We salute you. You're the first to have stepped out of the matrix, so we honor you as our friends. As behalf of the whole Noongar population, while our friends even off to the Tiwi Islands. And more importantly, broadly, the world which we have already led into this country, and all the other nations whom we have opened our doors to. We open our doors to you all, those who will come for good. But should you come for good, but bad, we know it in your heart. So before you enter this land, you will ask it. Deep reverence. If you can be allowed here. You will wait until it answers. Therefore, you will be answered one way or another. So, in light of this information, I say it is a joyous day. We, as a people, are uniting, okay? And there's one common thing that we can all unite on now: our flaws. And once we can see ourselves as being non-perfect, we think how easy it must be then to look at someone else and see their perfection. And in this way, we're all looking at each other's perfections. And then when we feel this frequency, we will become this. We will become this perfection. So, let's go for 30 minutes. So we've had famine. We've had war, have we not? Has the apocalypse not happened? Okay, but all the apocalypse is a revealing. Ta-da! You're all on camera. Okay, your heart's getting weighed. Okay, it's the best thing to do to listen to our advice and choose good. Okay, that means do not support any wars and killing. It's all going to stop. If you are in the military, you've heard what I've said. I removed the governor. In doing so, as far as the military is concerned, I have the rank of Field Marshal. So if we can get some of the boys to come over and see me, that'd be great. In the meantime, we'll remain at ease and the duties will continue, as you've noted, until you come pick me up. Then we'll have a look at shit. Okay, so last thing I just do want to say today, because I've had a pretty good day. Been pretty stressful, but we made it. Why are you post-human? Post-human means to have lost your touch with the sixth sense, guys. If you cannot feel what I'm saying to you is to be true, it's most likely you've lost your sixth sense. If you can't deal with the situation or what I just taught and the truth that I've said to you, you most likely lost your sixth sense. The ability to feel the environment around you. The witness is on earth and he has the cure. And we are the cure, guys. The humans is the cure to this evil, denouncing it, which we are going to do slowly, bit by bit, as we lose our judgmental behavior and stop over-consuming and stop letting the government make these decisions. The witness recommends reading the book Freedom. Okay, it's pretty good audio. You can get it in audio form. In fact, I might leave a link You can also look at the Wim Hof breathing method, which takes 1 minute a day, and will help you to master your mind in this and stop your judgmental behavior, and I'll give you just that little bit of time in the morning to looking inward at yourself. And how when the government and the corporations tell you to do bad decisions, you might be able to say, no, I'm not participating in that today, but the world's still going to go on as usual. Thank you for your time. There'll be more streams soon.